James Howard.
Oh.
We almost changed his name last minute though. Funny enough.
Yeah, we kind of freaked out in the hospital.
Just because he was born on the same exact day as Abby's dad, and the same day of the week. Like Abby's brother looked it up and realized that he was born on a Tuesday, and so was Abby's dad back in the 70s.
Yeah.
So kind of crazy. Abby's dad's name is Matthew.
So then we were like, well, I guess maybe we could give him my dad's namesake, right at that time. But then it's also your name.
Yep.
And we've also called him Fisher internally since he was 10 weeks gestation.
And then we were like, we're going to confuse our kids. We're going to confuse everyone in our entire family.
But where's Baby Fisher? Because we've talked about Baby Fisher for months now.
And I liked the idea, but it just didn't feel right. And so it was like, we got to stick with the original name. And because like he's Fisher, like that's just his name.
That's just who he is. That would have been really sweet.
Yeah.
But he has your middle name.
He does, which is kind of fun.
You guys share middle names, which is really sweet because you're Matthew James.
It's my dad's middle name too.
And this is Fisher James.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
How are
Sorry,
you
I'm
feeling?
distracted. There's literally sweat dripping down my armpit right now.
I'm so sorry.
The hormone sweats are crazy.
What? How often are you getting those sweats?
It just really hits me like.
Do you need like an ice pack? Do you want a drink of a cold iced tea?
So hot. No.
No, you're good.
I'm dripping.
How does that feel? I'm
I
putting
just
in
need
an
you to
iced
stick
beverage.
that right between my.
Okay, you're okay.
It's like that's so bad underneath my armpits. So bad underneath these guys. Bad.
I'm impressed that you just got him to fall asleep because before this podcast he was crying and I couldn't get him to stop crying and then you just did. You have the special touch, babe.
It's the butt pats.
The butt pats. Okay.
And he just loves his mama. Did you know that a lot of people already knew his name?
How?
I made a video and I was like, there's a baby name hint in this video, and everyone got it.
That's
literally
fun.
everyone got it.
Well, I feel like we should go back to the beginning.
Yes.
Back to the day of your due date where you went into labor naturally.
If I sound so dumb in this podcast, it's because it's just like right now I'm like in newborn bliss, but also some type of fog has hit my brain.
You are not dumb.
There's
You're
a
very
disconnect.
smart.
There's an unplug that has a switch needs to be turned back on in my brain. But yeah, I feel like my brain has just been living this day over and over in my head. So I should be good to talk about this. It was just like so crazy. What a whirlwind.
Right. I said you went into labor naturally, but technically no. Yeah, your water was broken for you. Do you want to tell everyone about what happened?
So honestly, the day I turned 40 weeks pregnant, and I had a 40-week appointment with my OB that day. And so it worked out because, we slept the whole night the night before, took the kids to their like little 3-hour morning preschool, and each of their different schools. And then we picked, so while they were at school is when I had my appointment, but you were going to have to end up picking one of them up. And so I was like, I'll just go by myself. These appointments are super quick. Like you, if you've had a baby, like at the end when you're going weekly, they basically just are like, okay, boop, 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 great. Thank you. Your looks good. See you next week or not. Those are kind of like all those appointments at the end. And so I go by myself and, I just go in there like, well, would you like to have your cervix checked? And I was like, sure, why not? We'll do one final membrane sweep just to see. At this point, I had kind of lost hope of not going to the hospital before my induction at that point. I was like, it's just not, my body's just not going to do it. And so she goes, and then this wasn't even, she hadn't even done, a membrane sweep at this point. She literally just did a cervical check, and immediately, there was just, a gush of water. And she goes, oh, I've actually never done that before, but she's like, I'm so sorry. I just popped your water. And my water just, broke everywhere. And it wasn't, a trickle. It was, a gush of fluid. And I was like, you know what? This is actually best case scenario for me because I would much rather, because that's what my induction was going to be. The induction plan was literally if we got to that point, it was going to be way later on in that night. If we could, originally it was supposed to be 3 a.m. Imagine starting that whole process at 3 a.m. But the plan for the induction was literally just to do just that, was to rupture my membranes. And so, I was like, well, this is just a million times better because it's before noon and I got to sleep last night. I got to see my kids this morning. I'm about to go pick them up from school and then maybe we can have this baby before bedtime. Like, there's so much like adrenaline released at that point, you know, because then you're like, oh, it's happening and it's like happening now.
Yeah, when you called me telling me that your water broke, I was just taken aback because I was like, how dumb am I to not expect for this to happen on the day of the due date? Because I was going to go pick up the boys from school, and so we agreed I stay back, get the boys from school, you do the doctor's appointment, and we just like both didn't really think through the fact that your water could break, or by them doing something with the membrane sweep that could like
It's not
make something
entirely
happen.
common, I don't think.
Which I don't know. I guess like hindsight's 20/20, but you called me and I'm like, how dumb? Like, why am I not there with you right now?
Oh, it's fine. I was like not even having contractions at that point. Like it was like totally fine.
Yeah. So
But they gave me like this little tiny pad and I was like, ma'am, I'm just like dripping out of this office. And this is like a shared office space. It's not just for like OB and gynecology stuff. And I was just like waddling out and there's just, I mean, it's like dripping everywhere. And I'm so excited. I call you. I text all my friends, and I call my mom. And because I asked her, I was like, "So what do we do?" She's like, "Well, I guess I'll see." Like she just stopped the appointment there, and she's like, "Okay, well, I guess I'll see you at the hospital." And I was like, "Oh, I gotta go." They were like, "Right now," and she's like, "Yeah, you gotta be there within 2 hours." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then we were just like, I mean, we're ready. We've been ready for weeks at this point.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, like when it's actually time, you're like, okay. And like we were even planning on going that night. So it was like we were ready. But it's just so exciting then.
I thought it was funny that you came home and we just took like 20 minutes to eat sandwiches from Jersey Mike's together.
I know Abby brought us sandwiches. You gotta fuel up. I mean, it's no joke.
But I mean, I guess we had the bags packed, things were ready to go. There were a couple things that we needed to grab for the hospital. But that was really exciting.
So exciting. And like we got to give the kids another hug before we left. I mean, they still kind of went about their day. We were hosting swim lessons at our house that day. So everyone we saw were like, we're going to the hospital.
Abby's like about to give birth and people are coming over to our house for swim lessons. We're just like saying hi to everybody. And
I love it.
Yeah.
It was great.
That was really sweet.
It was so exciting.
Yeah. I guess where things kind of took another jump forward is when you threw up in the car.
Yeah.
We're in our brand new vehicle and it's like it's one of those things where, you know, I don't know if you guys have ever like, you know, gotten a new car, but I love that like new car smell. And then you just like completely upchuck your A&W root beer all over the middle center console. And so then we're in the hospital parking lot. I'm like using this towel that I had been sitting on so that I wasn't going to get wet from Abby like getting the driver's seat all wet from her water.
Oh yeah,
because
because there was like a puddle from when I drove home from the OB office in the seat.
Thank goodness I had a towel on me, but then I'm just cleaning puke out of the center console in the parking lot of the hospital.
Yeah, because you know that car's also gonna be sitting in the hot sun for a minute.
Yeah.
While we're in the.
But I think I think I got the puke all out. Like I just had to get some. People are like all clicking off right now. They're like, "This is disgusting. What are you talking about?"
It's gonna get a lot grosser.
but like we just took hand sanitizer and started spraying it everywhere just to kind of like sanitize and take out the puke smell. But apparently, when you throw up, that's a sign of active labor. So that was like...
yeah. Okay. Also, I should say at this point, I was like starting to have contractions. Mm-hmm. And I honestly feel like they were kind of close together at this point.
Yeah.
But they weren't crazy. Like I was able to check in with the lady and it kind of took a while. And she was like, take a seat. And I was like, no, I'm okay. I got to stand for just a minute. And she's like, oh, okay. And so, yeah, which is always so funny and just so America. We were sitting, like, going into labor. They're just like, okay, like, you got to pay for your epidural. You got to pay for how many hours you're going to be here.
Like, are you sure that you want the 24-hour package?
And I was like, sure. I'm like, just let me go see a nurse, please. And so we're waiting, and I mean, it really wasn't too long, but get back to our room. We meet our nurse, who was so, so, so sweet. And it was just go time from there. Our doula came, Rochelle, and I don't know. At this point, I feel like I was like so unaware of how fast things were going to move from that point. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm really glad we didn't wait for the 511, which we weren't supposed to anyway, because they knew my water had broken. But like, if I would have waited till we had 5-minute apart contractions lasting 1 minute for an hour. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you would have given birth at home.
I don't know what would have happened.
I thought it was hilarious. You guys, I was tracking Abby's contractions on this app on my phone, and then the app told me, you better go to the hospital. You're probably going to give birth soon.
This is as we're walking the halls of the hospital.
Yes, at the hospital. So I'm like, okay, I guess we're in the right place. But I think just seeing the speed at which you progressed and the speed at which
I thought I was like going
the contractions
crazy.
Just hit you. That's what was weird to me is like, Abby, this was the first time that I ever saw you have contractions just like where your body made it happen. It wasn't induced by Pitocin.
Yeah.
There was no drug making your body contract.
Yeah.
Your body was just doing its thing. And I think you described it like your body was having an exorcism, right?
I felt like there was some exorcism going on. Yeah.
Just because like there was nothing you could do to control it. Your body was doing its thing and you couldn't stop it.
What's so cool though is like how it happens gradually. Like I always say, like each contraction like prepares you for the next.
Yeah.
And they like get progressively like more intense. And I think that's a great design, because then like I was just like, it wasn't like, it gets to the point where when we were like in transition, I was like, holy cow, like this is getting to be really intense. But it's like you're kind of like eased into it, if that makes sense. Yeah. And so we get there, they put me on the monitors, and I had told them like my goal is to not use like any type of like induction medications if at all possible, and especially because this was I think they call it TOLAC, attempt to labor after cesarean, just to like reduce some of our risk factors. I was like, I don't want to use any like medical, like I was trying to avoid Pitocin basically.
Yeah.
And like I don't even know if you can use certain cervical ripening things, but we knew we weren't going to probably need that at that point because we were already like out of 5. So we go into the hospital out of 5 with my membranes ruptured, monitored me for a while, and then I think they just monitored me for 20 minutes, and then we start walking. Yeah. And things are starting to like pick up as we're walking, and like that's when you were like tracking them, and it was getting really like this was like really fun and exciting. And then by the end of that, like I think in my head I was like, they told me they were going to check me at this point, so there's no way I'm going to like ask for them to check me earlier, because I was just like, get to that point. It was nice to have like a marker like that. And so I have my headphones on, I'm like listening to music, and like you're just like doing your best like trying to figure out what to do. But I feel like at this point, like we were still, no, that was sweet. I feel like we were like, you were hugging me during like contractions, and this was like,
that was something that was super cute. Yeah, every time you'd get a contraction, at first you would go to the wall, but then you started going to me and just putting your weight on me, and I would just hold you.
Yeah, I really liked that at that point. Yeah. It was kind of like, I don't know, grounding to have like you right there. And so then we go back to the room, and then they tell me I have to lay on that bed and get monitored, and that, which I understand and like appreciate that they're doing that. But laying down, then I was like, oh no, I hate this so much. And so trying to like lay still while they monitored me and the baby was like getting more painful at this point. At this point, not that much time had passed. It had been 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And I hadn't had any medication, or like they hadn't done anything. And so then they were like, I don't know if you're going to want to get up again. Like they kind of said that to me, and I was being stubborn. I was like, no, because I knew that we had the goal of like being in transition when I got the epidural. So I was like, I know I'm not in transition yet, because I don't think they checked me at this point.
They didn't check you.
But I felt like I would have known if I was in transition. And turns out I wasn't, but I was pretty dang close. Because when I stood up, I just felt so many different feelings. And then I had to go to the bathroom, and that's when you really realize, oh, things are things are happening down there. And but then I was like, I'm gonna keep walking because I knew that was gonna be that was just the plan, to stay as active as possible before I got the epidural.
Yes.
Pretty soon it just started getting, I think I started just being noisy in the hallway. Was I being noisy in the hallway?
I mean, you were going,
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
I was making a scene. I'm embarrassed. I can never watch, I'm not going to be able to watch that back.
Why are you afraid to watch the
I'm
videos
just
of you in
a little
labor?
embarrassed.
Like the noises and stuff?
Yes.
But you're giving birth. Like you're actively laboring. Your body's having contractions trying to push out this 8-pound, 11-ounce baby.
Well, I'll watch other people do it, but your room, I think we need to check you.
Yeah.
And so then they check and I was in transition. So we were like, order the epidural. But turns out when you order an epidural, it doesn't, they got it to me about as lickety split as you can. But if that train is moving, it is moving, and whether or not you are ready for it to or not. And so we had to get the fluids.
They kept asking you, do you feel like you need a push?
Yeah,
do
they
you
thought
feel
that,
like
yeah.
baby's coming? And I think you were just like,
I was like, no. I was like, no, I'm not there.
And at the same time that you were requesting an epidural, there were multiple other moms that were requesting epidurals at the same time.
Yeah.
Which created this whole backlog of epidural needs, and they had to make a decision on, okay, who do we help first?
I'm so grateful that I'm so sorry to those other moms, but I'm so grateful that my doctors and my nurses advocated for me, because I do know that I was further along than them. And also because I was a TOLAC, it does kind of can up your priority
100%
in the hospital.
Because if that uterus ruptures, you want to have an epidural for whatever
people
happens
do it
after
unmedicated, but that was that was what we had established as the plan, ideally with my doctor and with my doula and everything.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to get me these fluids, but the fluids take 20 minutes and things are progressing so fast. I think the contractions were 1 to 2 minutes apart, super, super, super intense. And we almost did not make that, because I think 30 minutes after they had the epidural in, he was out.
Yeah. I mean, keep in mind, you guys, this was the quickest labor that Abby's ever had. With
No, my
Griffin,
body had never, it took 27 hours.
Well, yeah, with our first, it was 27 hours. And then this time around, we're talking 6 hours-ish, a little over 6 hours.
From...
Because I think your water broke. Well, it depends. Do we count it from when your water broke or when you started having active contractions? Because your water broke around 11:40 a.m.
Yeah.
And then we got to the hospital, a little bit before, what is that, 2 o'clock? And then baby was here at 6:42 p.m.
Yeah, I'd say from when we get to the hospital.
So we're talking 4 hours, 42 minutes of labor.
Yeah. And so that's great, ideal, amazing. And so it was just really exciting at that point, because my doctor comes in, she's like, I really feel like it's time. And she was like, you're out of 10, here we go. We're shut the blinds, they turn on the spotlight. And it was just I feel at this point is when I felt I couldn't actually, I felt I was oh my gosh, is this actually happening? It was just so surreal.
Rewind though for a second, because I think there was a big shift that happened from you having these extremely powerful
then it got
contractions
really fun
to you getting the epidural. What did that shift feel like?
Ecstasy. What's the word? Bliss. Yeah, I was oh, I mean, I could still feel my contractions, but oh my gosh, nothing like they were before. I was so happy. That anesthesiologist, that epidural, just can't thank them enough.
It's actually just crazy to think that your body's doing all of that without you pushing. You're not making the contraction happen.
Yeah, your body just knows what to do.
Happening to you.
It's crazy. But then when you have the epidural, it takes the edge off, or it takes the mega edge off. It was that epidural. Then I was talking, which is actually crazy though, because even when it was in the most intense part of it, I felt somewhat normal.
But
in between them. And then I felt embarrassed every time because I was like, I was just yelling. So then I felt like I needed to like crack a joke.
okay,
in
first of all,
between.
there's no need to feel embarrassed.
I don't know.
Second of all, most women when they get the epidural, like it just the way it affects their body, they can't move their legs. A lot of people can't like
Not
lift their
everybody.
leg. Yeah, I guess not everybody, but for you it was crazy. Like you could move your legs just fine. You could wiggle your toes, all of that.
I put my own legs in those stirrups. I was like, here we
Yeah.
go. Like,
It's like, what do we have to do? 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember that the doctor, you know, she was shocked, or the nurse was shocked that you can move so well even after
Yeah.
the epidural.
yeah. I don't know. You would have thought I did hard drugs or something in another
What did,
life.
yeah, wait, what did the epidural feel like? Like going in? Was it painful
Yeah, it does
receiving
kind
it?
of hurt going in.
Did it just feel like someone was stabbing you in the back?
Feels like a straw is going in your spine.
A straw?
I don't know how to explain it actually.
That's kind of freaky, actually.
doesn't feel great.
Like a metal needle? Like, did you just feel like there was a...
You
like a,
feel it going. I mean, they numb the area, but then
Yeah.
you can still feel it going
Okay.
in. But you're like, please do it now, and
Yeah.
do it good. Do it. Get it right on in there. Like you're so grateful for that because that pain is so much less than the contractions.
You're tough.
It was great. And so, no, then I was like having so much fun. And I feel like then I was like, I have the clarity of mind to feel excited for like this huge moment that's about to happen, which was like our goal all the time. I said, my birth plan is to have fun. And then the fun started 30 minutes before he came. And I felt like that time I was literally like able to just be like, we're about to meet our son. And I'm going to cry because I'm so hormonal. But like getting to like, I'm so grateful for that time because I was like, these are the last moments before we meet him. And like having that like relief helped me process that. And so she came in at, what was it? 6:45.
No, before that, because he was born at 6:42.
I thought he was born at 6:52.
I think it was 6:42.
Okay, either way, she comes in and she's like, okay, here we go. And then, so part of our birth plan too was for Matt to catch the baby. And I say catch, but like
Deliver.
not deliver either, but just like, you know, be able to like be some of the first hands that like
Yeah.
put him on my chest. Obviously with the doctor's serious assistance. So you glove up and then it was go time and then we had 2 contractions and then Buddy was out.
I don't know how you pushed him out that quickly. 2 pushes, you guys. 2 pushes.
It was such a blessing. Like it was just
And on the first push, I could see his head.
yeah.
He was right there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Abby actually pushed him out so quickly that poor Buddy came out with bruises on his face because he had just like smacked into every bone
That actually
down
makes me
there
really
on the way
sad.
out. I mean, I think it was good that you just got him out quickly. Like you don't want to have a baby just
But I
hanging
was like,
out
that
there.
has to hurt.
Oh yeah, but I
That
mean,
makes me sad.
he's doing great.
Yeah, so he actually came out a little too fast. So his face got pretty bruised.
Yeah,
And they had to put a sign on his little bassinet.
yeah.
That was like, I'm okay. I'm just a little bruised from making my grand entrance. Because I think that they were a little concerned that nurses coming in, as they should be, would think that he's not getting enough oxygen because his poor face was purple. It was sad. I didn't even know that could happen. Like, gosh, he came out fast, but he's moving that far. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That was wild. So we had our successful VBAC, but we were kind of like talking about this. It was successful because he was delivered vaginally, but we did have the same complication that we had the
Yeah.
first time that resulted in our C-section the second time because he tricked us.
He did trick us. We thought he was going to be a little bitty guy, you know, maybe 7 pounds, but he weighed in at 8 pounds, 11 ounces on 8/11, August 11th, which what are the chances? One of the nurses actually was making a guess of like what she thought
And I thought there was no way. I was like, no, we had so many scans. And usually I know that they always tell you, they're like, this is our best like way of figuring it. They're not the most accurate, but usually I feel like they're always telling you like, you're going to have a 10-pound baby and you have a 7-pound baby.
Yeah. It was funny, though, because people were putting in their guesses, and then someone goes, wait, what if he's 8'11" on 8'11"? And sure enough, that's what he was.
8'11". And so we did have a less severe shoulder dystocia. And so I don't even know what our doctor did because she's just so professional and like she was just so calm and under control. But she did tell you right before we pushed, because we knew that this was like one of our risk factors. Like if it gets hairy, just step away.
Totally, and that's what I did.
And so Matt, we could tell that the same thing was happening because his head was out, and then I could tell that there was a complication there. And so Matt just stepped away, and they did some
did some different maneuvers.
Did some.
I was not able to deliver him because of the shoulder dystocia.
Everyone was very calm.
Yeah,
I was concerned.
When I say, I mean, am I saying that incorrectly? Catch him. I was supposed to catch him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the one delivering the baby. But
no, I mean, I feel like the doctor's the one delivering the baby.
Anyway, it was just surreal. It was such a happy moment. I was really happy because I did not see you in nearly as much pain as you were with the first natural birth. You know, when Abby delivered vaginally the first time. You can say that too.
It's fine.
When Abby delivered vaginally the first time, it was just so traumatic, so bloody, so horrible. I just felt horrible for her. There was nothing I could do about it at all. So this time, seeing it be so seamless and quick, and you weren't obviously in pain, but not this like torturous, excruciating, medieval torture device pain that I saw from before. Gosh. It was just way better. So I was just so happy for you.
It was crazy how like all of our hopes like for this birth were just met so perfectly, because like the whole time it was like we really hope that the epidural works, and it did.
Yeah.
We hope that he'll come naturally. I'm counting this as naturally. No induction medications.
No Pitocin to get him out.
We didn't even have we didn't show up for an induction either.
That's right.
It just didn't happen just the way we thought, but it surely did.
And
a successful VBAC.
Yeah, you guys, the induction was scheduled for 9 p.m. on the 11th, and all of this happened, way
And that's
before
only
that.
if there's beds available. You know what I mean? It could have been way later.
Yeah, so I was just so happy that you got the VBAC that you wanted. We got our baby after you'd been pregnant for like a year, essentially.
Yeah.
After the miscarriage. That was awful. That was horrible.
Yeah.
And so everything happening the way it did, I was just so thankful, so blessed. Could not be happier.
Yeah. And this is where I'm going to cry. But, so yes, it was like a successful like VBAC, but then we keep saying like the word redemptive keeps coming up, because for me, like the redemption part of the story just really comes in. I don't want to talk about this too long because I feel like I haven't even collected my own thoughts like enough about this. Like there's just so much to it, but this is I'll just share like a little snapshot of like how I'm feeling about this birth post loss. I don't want to speak for all moms, all lost moms, but for me at least, like if you've lost a baby, like you've lost the privilege of any of this ever feeling casual.
Yeah.
Again. Not that it ever felt like, I think casual, I don't know the word for it, but like there's a certain element that can just feel like, yeah, I guess casual. Like just like we've talked before, like blissfully ignorant of like what things can look like when they go the worst way imaginable. And so I had a lot of fear going into this birth, knowing that I was going to the same hospital where we delivered our daughter, knowing that I could be in the same exact room where we stared across at an empty incubator, knowing that no baby was going to go in there. And just like even had a lot of fear that I was going to go into labor at the same time of day and see this same thing as I'm walking into the hospital, see the same like lighting, see like I just had like a lot of fears of like walking down that hallway again. Just had so many bad associations with that space and like the birth experience, because that was a birth. It wasn't live birth, but it was birth. And so I just had like a lot of fear and just a lot of, I don't know. It was so weighty going in. And so I was so grateful that the sun was shining. Our room was oriented totally the other way.
Yeah.
And it just felt like a completely different day. They had fetal monitoring on, and I was just like up and moving, and there was a lot of excitement. And so that's where the redemption comes from. It's like, it's not that we were like rewriting that story of that experience, but we were writing a new one where there was like life and hope, and also just like a deeper reverence for this experience, this beautiful, beautiful experience, like what it can be, because like fully shaped by the story that we had with Emerson. So yeah, I'll probably be able to articulate my thoughts more about like having a rainbow baby like later on. But like every step of this birth story was like shaped by Emerson's story.
You're doing so good.
And so that also just made everything so much more beautiful, like, and just so much more precious. Nothing like this will ever be casual again. Like it will always be a miracle.
Yeah.
And so no matter how it happened, just like having him here in our arms, like, yes, it's amazing that everything worked out like textbook like we wanted, but like just having him there on my chest, like I just couldn't stop saying like, I'm so glad you're here, because there's just no other words.
It's really scary.
Yeah, it was really scary.
I didn't want to voice the, the negative thoughts, but like I would be lying if I said I didn't have those thoughts of like, what if it all happens again? What if the exact same thing that happened last September repeats? And that terrified me. So I didn't even want to like let my brain think about that. So I just tried to think, like, push all the negative ideas out, and because I don't know what, and I don't know what we would have done. Like I don't know what you do. I don't know what people who have experienced 2 consecutive miscarriages, or in this case would have been a stillbirth. So that was terrifying. So I was just so happy that it all worked out. Really, like it felt like a movie. It was like just this like movie moment of you getting to hold our beautiful little boy after all the hell that you went through last year. And I don't know what we would have done. I mean, I know we would have figured out a way to get through it.
Yeah. Because if there's anything that you learn from like devastating situations, is that there's life after them.
Yeah.
Like as much as like it doesn't feel like there can possibly be in like really dark days, like there is life after, and there's still hope.
Yeah.
For like something like this, I feel like if I could have just shown, oh my gosh, like a leaky.
Take as much time as you need.
I feel like I probably would have cried this much if I wasn't hormonal. Yeah, I'm like it's a lot. It's worthy of tears. If I could have just shown even just that picture we posted on Instagram, like that one snapshot.
Yeah.
To myself last September.
Yes.
That would have just, it felt impossible at that point. So to see that would have like been so crazy, but you don't have that privilege, And so that's why pregnancy after loss is so hard, is because you just don't know. You don't know, and you're more aware than you ever should have to be that you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so that sigh of relief when the doctor put him on my chest is a feeling that I don't have words for. It's just the biggest relief.
And he's been such a good baby.
So sweet.
Such a sweet baby, such a chill baby. chillest
sweet.
baby we've ever had.
Chillest baby we've ever had.
We've had some wild ones.
And we love them.
Yeah, we love them so much. They, drove us crazy in the night when we got up for the 50th time.
It was worth it every time.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, we're certainly waking up in the night, but it's just,
oh, yeah.
He's been such a gift, and this whole experience was like such a gift. Gosh. And it was so sweet because we had him by bedtime. So big brothers got to see him and hold him. What's so funny is that like we have such a sweet, close-knit family. We talk about our family all the time.
Yeah.
They were there like literally minutes after his grand entrance. And they came in the labor and delivery room. It wasn't like the postpartum room. Like they were in the labor and delivery room.
I made a group chat. And so within, I think it was like 5 or 10 minutes from when you gave birth, I went ahead and messaged a photo to everybody.
I know, I literally kept saying,
he's here.
Text our family.
And then boom, like everyone just dashed over. And within like 30 minutes or an hour, we had your parents in the room. Our boys even showed up wearing big bro t-shirts, which was so cute. Your brother was the first one to show up, which was really
Blake was
sweet.
the first one there, and Addie came, and it was just so sweet.
Yeah,
so sweet.
And I loved like you just had this like newborn, like just gave birth high. Like it was like some sort of like euphoric high that you were experiencing with with holding him afterward, and that was just so sweet to witness. Yeah.
I'm sweating again. I'm sweating a lot.
You're sweating. The
Yeah.
postpartum sweats are just hitting
Woo,
you.
sweating a lot. But
okay.
yeah, it was so sweet. Just like the brothers coming, like our whole family just in there, and then adjusting to life with 3 boys started right then and there.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of emotions from everybody.
Our boys were just, I think, curious more than anything. Like,
Yeah.
Is this really him? He's the baby that was in mommy's belly, and just
Yeah.
I've
I've been
wanted to
asked
hold
so
him.
many times by them if there's another baby in my belly.
Yeah.
I'm like,
they're like, is there a baby in there?
they're like, but it's big, and I'm like, yeah, it'll go down, maybe.
Kids never like cease to humble you.
Yeah,
like,
they notice that my boobs are bigger, so then they're like, is there a baby in there? They're like,
they actually asked that.
I just think there's a lot of confusion.
I didn't hear them ask. Can you get him off me?
Yeah, that's mostly what happens.
Can you take him away?
But we kind of have just been like following their lead, I feel like, with
Yeah.
that type of thing. And like whenever they interact with him, which they do, they like sing to him, try to do peekaboo.
So
they ask
sweet.
to hold him. Like we just kind
Yes.
of like take their lead on things. And there was certainly some emotional shifts from both of them that like kind of surprised us a little bit. And I felt like a little bit guilty about it. And so you like left right after because our kids really needed you. Our big boys really needed you to put them to bed. And I was like, yes, go. We're okay over here.
That sounds bad. Our oldest was like so upset that we weren't putting him down for bed
I
and
don't think
reading
it sounds
books.
bad. That's
You
just
don't
what
think so?
happened. No, I was like, they were just like sad that our routine was different.
I guess
that
one of our friends, their husband like literally left for the entire night to go be with their
because
firstborn.
it's a big deal for bigger siblings.
Yeah,
like
and-
especially when they're more aware, like 4 and 3.
And when you're like a 3-year-old, just
Mm.
tantrums hit, emotional.
They were really sleepy.
Yeah.
And
But
there's just a lot of change happening, and so it's like we feel like a lot of emotions from all the change happening. Like, of course they do too.
yeah, so to try to make the transition as smooth as possible for our 4-year-old and our 3-year-old, I left for like an hour, 2 hours to go put them down for bed.
Yeah, not even 2 hours. My
Can't-
mom stayed with me.
Came back, traded positions with your mom once the boys were asleep, and your dad was at the house with them because your parents spent the night at our house that our kids could,
Keep
sleep
their
in own
routine as
bed.
much
Yeah,
as possible.
sleep in their own beds at night, and then
you took them to school
the next morning, woke up the next morning at 7:30. That night, really wasn't too bad. The first night I feel like is always the worst. There's so much exhaustion after everything, especially for you freaking giving birth. Like it's just a crazy whirlwind. So that first night can be crazy, but really wasn't. We didn't get up that
No,
much.
I think
It's
there's
like
some-
3
I think
times
that's
maybe
like-
that we got up in the night.
Yeah.
Maybe 4. I don't know.
Yeah.
But left at 7:30. Dropped both boys off at school.
I think we learned that like maybe we adjusted our postpartum plan more than we thought, just because it was clear that our sons just needed that.
Yeah.
And so they needed to be in their own house, and they needed to have you to come back, like if at all possible, to like meet their, like to tuck them in, to take them to school, to pick them up from school. They needed that like consistency, and they needed it from like one of us. And obviously I couldn't leave the hospital. So I was really grateful that you, like, we were stable and my mom came to be with me, and you like were able to take care of the 2 older boys, and that really helped them a lot. And it worked out great, because I was like, I'm just snuggling like this little baby, and I felt pretty good, like especially compared to the recovery like post C-section. I felt pretty good. And so yeah, that was great.
We had a lot of visitors at the hospital.
So many visitors.
My brother, my sister-in-law,
my niece and nephew.
Oh yeah, niece and nephew. Your friends Val and Caitlin, who did a cameo on your Always Here podcast. They came to visit, which was really sweet.
They actually came right after they filmed that.
No way.
Yeah.
That's actually funny.
And so they stopped by after filming that, which was so sweet of them. And my parents came again. They brought the boys again. And 24 hours later, we were released, which is such a relief, because I feel like I was starting to get those day 2 baby blues. I was like, get me out of these 4 walls.
Yeah. I thought it was funny to get released from the hospital. You guys, we had to like sign paperwork and stuff, which makes sense. But because we have a health share and we do self-pay, and the health share like reimburses for stuff afterward, I had to go have a conversation with like the finance people or whatever, and they're like, all right, your total is, this much. And then they said, but that doesn't cover the doctor or the anesthesiologist. Like, it doesn't pay for that person. It doesn't pay for the OB. It doesn't. And they gave, like, we thought we were like paid in full. And then
we know better now.
They hit you with like, you owe 4 other people money for the birth. So
make it as confusing as possible.
It's always funny whenever we talk about like medical stuff, we always get tons of Canadians and Europeans that are like, this is ridiculous, I can't believe that it costs that much money to have a baby.
I mean, it is pretty wild.
Yeah,
but
anyway,
we got released, and then I immediately felt so much better. And then I like absolutely needed the kids to stay. Like, our whole plan postpartum kind of got readjusted, because I was like, I need all my kids, I need my whole family under one roof right now.
Yeah. Well, I think it was actually very enlightening, because when I would go to the bathroom, they had like statistics on the wall about like postpartum, and one of them was that 80% of moms experience postpartum blues, not postpartum depression, but like baby blues, just for a little bit after having the baby.
Yeah, they said like it's like 3 days to 3 weeks.
Yeah, and it's very common. Like literally the majority of women experience this.
It's a huge shift.
And so you were already really opening up to me about that, and that's when you kind of realized, I think I need like more people. I need
my kids all here. Yes. I need my friends here. I need my family here.
Because initially the kids were going to go spend the night with your parents.
No.
But then you're like, no, I want my parents to spend the night at my house. I want my kids to spend the night at my. So then we just ended up having a movie party.
Yeah.
we hyped it up to the boys. We're like, guys, guess what? We're going to have a movie party tonight. We're going to turn on Aladdin. Honey's going to be there. God's going to be there. And so I'm sure for you that was like extremely
helpful,
uplifting.
Our friend came and brought us pizza, and then every night since, we have had friends and family bringing us meals with a meal train, and basically anyone that offers to come in, I'm like, please actually just eat dinner with us and bring your kids, bring your whole family. And I know that's not everybody's preference, but like that has been helping me like so much. Like, yeah. And it's been so sweet.
Well, because postpartum can be very isolating.
Totally.
So having everybody come dine with us and hang out, and their kids play with our kids, it just makes our house feel like it's full of life, you know?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
And so the first night, I guess that first night, our friends, Angel and Mav brought us food, but then the first night that we had people like actually dine with us was Blake and Addie. They brought us food. Then
with Brielle.
Yes, with Brielle. Then your parents were in there somewhere. So I know your parents have like spent a ton of time with us. And then we've had my brother and my sister-in-law, Caleb and Abby. We've had Caitlin and Bennett. Caitlin, who you guys are going to meet from the Always Here podcast.
Yes.
So many people in our life have just been coming over, hanging out with us. And that's what Abby wanted, just to feel the impact of our community, which when I thought about this, babe, before the podcast, we didn't have the community that we have now with Griffin or Augie.
No, we did not.
There wasn't like, I don't know if we had a meal train, did we?
No.
Like that was kind of all on us. I mean, we had some friends that were like so nice that just decided to make us food or drop something
we had
off.
people show up, but this is like entirely different, honestly.
Yeah. It's just the community's grown to be so much more than it ever was before.
Yeah. And it's been such a blessing. And it honestly makes everything about this experience has just been so different because of it.
Yeah.
And I'm just so grateful. Like I can't even put to words like the gratitude I feel. And so, this is just like my best advice is that like build out your community. I know that sounds like so easier said than done, basically, but like it starts with serving, and it starts with just like making yourself uncomfortable for other people. And I know that can be like a little bit, I don't know. There's conflicting messages out there, in culture right now about that, but like it has just been, it's like you don't give to get, but like this is what that's what community is, and it's just like just showing up, and just that I cannot tell you how so many people have shown up for us, and it's just it can continue to show up for us, and I'm just so grateful. Like even just like thinking of like getting things for our kids, or like, can I take your kids and like we'll play with them, and then I'm like, yeah, but let me come too, like. So it's just been entirely different, and just so grateful.
Yeah, you've been doing great. I mean, you've been getting out of the house. We just had a date today and got some brunch together.
Yeah, with our little third wheel.
First date with our third wheel Fisher. So that was fun. And I think, just getting out and being about has been amazing.
Yes.
And I guess we just really weren't able to do that because you had a C-section last time, which that recovery was horrible. I mean, that just...
that recovery was... I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it looks a lot different.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have as... Like, you can't drive. I wouldn't have been able to take him to his doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't lift, like, his car seat, things like that. Like, really grateful for this type of recovery process. For sure.
Now, granted, you're still in pain. Like you're still sore down there. You literally just pushed a baby out of there a week ago. I still can't believe that. Like the fact
there's stitches in places.
The fact that you like that entire human was inside your body this time a week ago, at the time of recording this, that just like that blows my mind.
It's so crazy. Like I said, such a miracle.
Mm-hmm. You did. Oh, I think we forgot to mention you did have a second degree tear.
Yeah, we did. Once again, I was kind of planning on that, honestly. That was also in the birth plan.
But I guess that's what they want, right? Like I noticed, I could see her like pushing down to force the tear down.
It has been like pretty good.
Yeah.
Why are you saying that? I don't know. Lots of milk.
Abby's, guys, okay, just to fill you in, okay? We have a quart, okay? 4 cups. That's how big this container is. It's a milk holder. I'm sure most women,
it's a milk holder.
Might fill this thing up over the course of a week.
No.
Every day, Abby fills this thing up with
plus
her
other
Haka
bottles.
Milk. Yes, so she's feeding. Her milk supply is insane. So she's feeding Fisher on one breast, and on the other one has the Haka, and that excess milk fills up a quart every single day. So we have multiple gallons of milk already.
Really?
Multiple gallons frozen.
It is wild.
Well, okay, wait, let me do the math.
By the time that this
we
is
have
out,
two, I think we have 2 gallons of milk. We've got 2 gallons of breast milk.
It's been almost 7 days, which is wild because my milk didn't even come in for like 3 or 4 days.
I might be spreading the truth a bit. Okay, it's close to 2 gallons.
Here's the thing: it doesn't really matter. We have a lot of milk, and there's like I like this. Like people are like, oh, you need to like limit that extra. I'm like, no, it makes me feel safe to have like extra milk Like I enjoy this. It's a blessing.
What did you say to the lactation consultant when she told you not to use a nipple shield?
Didn't say anything. I was just like, noted. Well, she was like, well, it's a barrier. I was like, I want a little barrier.
You're like, I gotta have that.
I love the snuggles, but for me, I don't need that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I admire everyone's process.
Yeah, you guys, Abby stuck to her guns. We had the frozen colostrum with us at the hospital. Anytime we had to, give a little extra.
I'm so glad
to
we
our
had
baby,
that.
we just got out the colostrum that was frozen in the freezer and booyah. It was right there. We didn't need to use any formula, no supplementation with formula at all, period.
Yes, period.
We followed her rules. Oh, the one rule though we had to revise was the one about me telling Abby encouraging words when she was having a contraction. She was just like, stop talking. I don't want to hear you say anything.
Did I say that?
Not something along those lines. Yeah, is what you said. You're like, just shut up.
I mean, it was not. Did I say that?
You didn't tell me to shut up.
Oh, okay.
You just said please stop talking. I'm having a contraction right here.
I don't think I said words. I think I was like, no. And it was so great that we had our doula too. I also need to say that
oh yeah,
having her there was so good and just gave us just so much more support that we had great nurses. But you never know what you're going to get. And she was amazing to have there.
She got us Culvers.
She got us Culvers. And Blake and Addie got us Culvers. We had double Culvers.
We got double Culvers.
Which was amazing.
Yes.
I mean, I was so hungry.
And what I loved about the doula is sometimes I was like, I know I'm supposed to say something right now, but I don't know what to say. And I don't want to say the wrong thing. And then she
coached
she just
you.
knew. She was she was an expert birth person. She just knew what to say.
Really? And she was helping because I could hear her telling you she's in transition now.
Yeah, she was filling me in on what was happening.
Yeah. And she's like, do this. She was kind of coaching you.
Exactly.
And then also she helped me a lot. When things were really intense, she just put her hand on my knee. And it was felt so oh my gosh, okay, someone's here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really want to be touched, but then that felt really good. I mean, obviously she just has been at so many births. She knows what to do.
And Abby's doula is trained in placenta encapsulation.
Yep, that's right.
So I am currently in the process of turning Abby's placenta into edible pills that Abby's going to have. So far,
let me let you guys know how that is.
I've been vlogging the whole process. This is going to be a whole TikTok that I post of me dehydrating your placenta, chopping it up. I made a little heart. Oh, I'm excited to show you the little heart. I made you a heart out of the umbilical cord. So that's...
You cannot post that.
Okay. Well,
I feel that will get flagged as sensitive content.
I'll have to be creative.
It's an organ.
It is an organ, but there's other people that make placenta encapsulation videos on TikTok.
You were always gonna do this?
Yeah.
I feel like you guys never said that. It was always the doula who was gonna be doing this.
Oh yeah, no. So I'm doing it. I actually. What was funny, Addie?
Oh, I thought.
No one knew that.
I did it myself. So she actually just verbally walked me through it, and I did it. So I was the one that
in her kitchen.
So what I did. I first because she's been formally trained, and so
we didn't tell them that Matt was gonna do it with the doula.
To be fair, because I was going so freaking slow, she did have to do some things herself. Because it was okay, I'm taking a million years to.
It's your first time, man.
Divide up the placenta, but I first started off by cleaning it, and then after cleaning it, I sanitized it with I think it was vinegar, and then I chopped it up into little pieces to put into hydrator trays, and then it dehydrated for 24 hours. And then
this was right before we went and looked at your house.
This is right. This is what I did.
He went straight from there. That's why he drove separate.
Yeah, the reason I drove.
People can see my face.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, it's all on video too. And and then next, I'm going back over. I think in 2 days to. Literally blend up the dehydrated placenta to put it into pills.
So that,
No. You have to be certified to do it.
Yeah, so she's...
It's not a this is just... He just wanted to be there.
Yeah.
No, it's not normal.
Totally.
No,
Yeah.
you cannot do this on your own.
I thought it would be...
He brought this into your kitchen.
No, that
Well,
would be not okay.
No,
that would
because
be like
she
so not
told
okay.
us that she does it herself, and I was like, "There's no way." I'm like, "You got to teach me. Like, I want to learn." So now, I'm not like certified to do it, but
You have to be certified. We should say that.
Yeah, but she
She
did
is,
it.
and so she was
Also,
like facilitating this
with
whole
the
thing.
caveat, there's probably going to be somebody in the comments that's like, "Hey, eating your placenta actually doesn't have like scientific backing." And,
You're right.
And there's not firm evidence on it. So it's all based off of women's experiences, women who have said, "Okay, I ate my placenta. It really helped me with postpartum depression, whatever." So that it's all based off personal experience.
Okay, and
there
also, we did
hasn't been
learn-
like clear clinical research to back it up, but we thought like, dude, there's some great vitamins and minerals in there. Come on.
We're the only mammals that don't eat our placenta.
Which is
Fact
why
check that.
until
Fact check
now,
that.
Abby's eating the placenta, guys.
No, I'm not the first human that's ever done that.
Yeah. Proud of you for doing that. That's pretty dope. That's kind of sick, actually. That's awesome.
I mean, I'm not eating it. I'm taking it in a pill form.
In a pill form, and it's been dehydrated.
Is that true, Addie?
There are notable exceptions. Let's see. Aquatic mammals.
Well, how are they going to do it? It's going to float away.
That is kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, this is an organ that your body grew.
People
and
are
then-
also not following up with these mammals about their mental health. And so I
Yeah.
like to think that they're also fighting baby blues.
That's a good point. I want to see what mental health looks like from a monkey before and after they eat their placenta.
Yes, mother dogs.
Dogs do it? Do dogs eat their
Yes,
placenta?
I do. Check that.
In other news, Abby's been going around and showing her friends pictures of her boobs.
Dogs eat their placenta. I have.
Abby at the trampoline park the other day is like, she's like, "Hey friends, look at this."
Well, you know what? It's been a topic of conversation. I asked them beforehand.
It is crazier that it's big, like bigger than your butt at this point.
Every time you say that.
Every time.
Why are you always shocked?
It's just impressive. It's honestly, I'm amazed.
It's too much.
Well, this whole past week has been a whirlwind, babe. But I feel like a lot of people are probably wondering how your mental health is doing
Yes.
after everything.
So good for comparatively to like all my like other like postpartum experiences. Like I feel like so, I don't know, maybe like the third time around is the charm. We've learned from different experiences. So in the hospital, they did a really good job of like educating, I will say, like those videos they had us watch about like postpartum depression versus like, and anxiety versus like baby blues. Like I feel like that education really like solidified in my head. Like in the past, like I was just having baby blues pretty significantly. Like I especially got them at sundown, and like it just starts to feel like, you know, it's just a hormonal, sad, like ups and downs. And that's exactly how I felt, especially, well, honestly, really strong the first and second time. This time around, like, I feel so much better. That doesn't mean that I don't still feel like those like hormonal highs and lows. I definitely do. But just like, whereas like say the roller coaster was like up here and down here both times, I feel like we're operating at like this type of curve, if that makes sense.
It was really sweet because I went on a run a couple of days ago, and I get home from the run, and you're in the playroom with the boys. They're, you know, building stuff with their magnetiles. You're nursing Fisher, and you just started crying
So
because you were
happy.
so happy, and
Yeah.
you literally said to me, you go, "This is my dream," is what you
Yeah,
said,
I'm
which
just
is so
so-
sweet.
See, now I'm gonna cry again. But I've just been so happy. Like I'm just so happy.
Yay, that makes me happy.
Yeah. So happy. And so that doesn't mean that there's like not times where I'm like, oh my gosh, like life will never feel normal again. Like that's more so like how baby blues hits me, is that I'm like, oh my gosh, like, well, like life will never feel normal again. But then you just always, it always comes back around. It always feels normal again. But there's just been so much happiness in addition to that, that
Yeah.
it's like been so much more manageable.
And it's so cool to look at our 3 and 4-year-old and know that that's what this little guy's gonna turn
I
into.
know. And I also
Because
think
they're so freaking cute. They're so cute. They're the cutest. I just want to squeeze
the
them.
things
and
that they
never let
say
go.
are so funny too.
Yep.
And I think that also just makes like the third time around, like it keeps getting more special because you just like when that baby is born, there is so much good to come.
Yeah.
Like so many good memories to make together, and it's just the beginning. And so having that perspective has also shaped like my mental health experience like in the past. And I also have so many people checking in on my mental health, which is really, really sweet. And like I feel kind of like it's good. Like I feel like it's so I think that's just the part of it. Like we just need to talk about it more. And so I feel so supported. I feel so grateful, so happy. Like so there's so much positive that it has like made the baby blues like so much more steady. If that makes
I think
sense.
there's so many factors at play.
There's no way to escape the hormones though.
One, last time you were going through this postpartum thing, you had just had a freaking C-section, so your body was doing the most to recover. I mean, like, I don't think nobody can understand how intense a C-section is until they go through it. Like, it's just,
and I had a fairly easy recovery compared to some. Like, it's a major surgery.
They cut open your stomach.
Yeah.
All of those intestines are like pulled out so that they can take the baby out. Anyway, so this time you're not recovering, like you're recovering from the regular birth, which is still so intense. Yeah. But the newborn, we have an easier newborn than before. Yeah. So we're not waking up as much in the night. You've got an incredible community. Mm-hmm. And then what was the other thing? Oh, we don't have another baby because our boys are
a bigger
older.
age gap also made this smoother, I believe.
Yeah, because we had another kid in diapers last time. So it's like, I'm so happy that it's been a lot better of an experience.
Yeah, and also we're just more seasoned parents.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Like
it is kind of like we're on autopilot in a way.
Yeah, like experience has also just made, like, for instance, for me, like him crying, I feel like I'm able to talk to the kids, like our bigger boys, about it in a way that I like wish that I could have told myself the first time. I'm like, this is just how babies communicate, that they have a need that we need to meet. Whereas like before that, like our babies crying would like spiral me.
Yeah.
And so like I like felt like I couldn't even think clearly because I was just like so concerned. And so there's just like a lot more like experience that has like shaped these. I think we know how to operate as a team with a newborn, and then also just like having our bigger boys too to like keep us moving, keep us getting out of the house. That has also just been like really good, because that's the biggest thing for me with baby blues is like feeling like, oh my gosh, life will never return to normal. I'll never do the things I did before. I'll never want to do the things I wanted to do before. And like life as I know it is just unraveling. And so like knowing that like they're a constant for me and I'm their constant for them, like it's just like, it feels like if our family's like an ecosystem, like him adding Fisher to like our family has just felt so natural. Mm-hmm. And like relatively seamless. I don't know. It's been so good, and I'm just so grateful. It's been hard. Like it's never easy to have a baby.
It's
never
caveat.
Easy to teach a baby how to eat from your body. Like it's never easy to like have multiple wake ups in the night. It's never easy to heal from birth, but like this has been such a blessed experience.
Yeah, I think the caveat we do mention is we still, we're getting up 2 to 3 times a night with Fisher. We have a kid probably waking up twice in the night because of
that's a spooky thing.
Nightmare. So that's like an addition to the wake ups for the newborn. And then we also have a 3-year-old that keeps getting out of bed around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, especially if he's had like a longer nap that day and he's having trouble falling asleep. So it's still not easy.
It's a little bit spooky to go to bed knowing that like 3 different
Yeah.
3 different humans could be waking you up
Totally.
and will probably be waking you up at different
going
times.
to bed knowing that you're not sleeping through the night. You're going to wake up, 3, maybe 4 times.
Yeah.
But, it's so much better
I've gotten
when
so much more used to that though.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, oh, that's the thing that happens in this season of life.
Totally.
And I think that also just we know how fast it goes, that it's like this is just a snapshot.
Yeah.
And life will look totally different a year from now. And this year will fly. And we're going to miss it. Like, and so there's just like that perspective that you have too. Like after all of like the experiences we've had, like that perspective shift is like crazy and cool. But yeah, wow.
Well, if you found this episode in some way encouraging or uplifting, please don't be afraid to share it with somebody that maybe has gone through something similar like we have, so that they can know, hey, there's light at the end of the tunnel for you. Your story doesn't have to end with, it doesn't have to end in miscarriage. It doesn't have to end in this horrible thing. And there's hope. And so I think, especially too, like after having 2 really tough newborns, obviously we've only been with this newborn for a week, but he's been the chillest newborn that we've had. I mean, he's not crying right now. He hasn't cried this entire podcast.
He's sweet. He's so sleepy. That's the thing.
He's a good sleeper.
He could wake up next week and be roaring like a lion.
Yeah.
That would be okay too.
But babe, I just gotta say, I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
Seeing you just mother and
I'm proud of
feed
myself.
him. You should be proud of yourself. You're crushing it. I mean,
Thank you.
I saw you push a baby out last week.
That was so epic.
That was incredible.
Legendary.
Yes. And
that was game day.
And it's sweet because I know this is something that you've been looking forward to
so much.
Literally since you were a kid. You always knew that you wanted to be a mom.
Yeah. Oh, am I gonna cry again?
And here we are. Like we have a family of 5 now.
It's so cool, just like to just really feel like you're like living your purpose, like out in life like this. And I'm just so grateful that I get to. It's such a blessing. I'm gonna cry. I love being a mom, like literally so much.
And you're so good at it.
I'm addicted to it.
You're a great mom.
I love this. I love all this. My favorite thing. Oh wait, this is really what I wanted to say. I actually was like, if I say one thing on this podcast, I really want to say this. So frick, I hate that I'm saying it at the end. So move it to the beginning.
Move this to the beginning.
I don't know.
We'll clip it. We'll make a clip out of it.
Move it to wherever people will hear it. But like, if you're listening to this, I want to say thank you so much, because this is why I get to spend I get to spend so much time and focus my energy on my favorite thing, which is my kids and my family. And the privilege is not lost on me that I get to have this flexibility, that I get to call this work while I'm holding my baby, that I get to adjust my schedule so I can drop my kids off at preschool and pick them up and wake up with them in the mornings and put them to bed at night. And I know that's not the reality for a lot of moms, and that breaks my heart. And I just want you to know that, like, because of your viewership, I get to, like, literally live this dream. And so, like, I'm so grateful for the podcast. I'm so grateful for our audience and for this, like, opportunity to have a platform. But ultimately,